Hex, I'm not too keen on this whole Darren portal thing. I mean, where does it even go? And is it safe to have here in the studio?
Yeah, at least with the old Darren cave, we could kind of see inside it. I guess it's some kind of energy field or something.
You know what, Hex? You should put your hand in it, you know, to see what's on the other side.
Why me? You do it.
Actually, I've been suffering from this energy field related skin condition, and it's probably more polite if you do it.
Okay. Oh, it's kind of cold and slimy. All right, I think I'm through the other side. I can feel a kind of a hard surface and something squishy. It's a cupcake.
Hex, maybe this isn't a portal to Darren's cave. Maybe it's a portal to a never-ending world of cupcakes. What? Wait a minute. Spawn Point, the show for gamers by gamers. I'm Bajo.
And I'm Hex.
And I am Darren.
Coming up on the show, a game which might just knock Pokemon off its shelf. Yeah, I know, right, guys? Get ready for Yo-Kai Watch.
Plus, we'll play an indie game that was developed down in Melbourne. It's called Screencheat.
Embarrassing.
All right, you two, awaken those brain cells. It's time for Darren's challenge. Today, I'm asking you this. In A Boy and His Blob, what does the boy feed the blob to make it transform? Answer at the end of the show.
Very interesting, Darren. I shall ponder that one.
Well, now let's see if Goose has some picks ready for us.
Hey guys, I certainly have some good gaming picks, but first of all, have you guys seen my cupcake from this morning?
Oh, well, funny you should...
The cupcake was from Goose's desk.
No. No, we haven't.
No.
I had a cupcake on my desk and it was strawberry and I was really looking forward to it and now it's gone.
Nope, certainly didn't eat a cupcake this morning.
No cupcake here.
Nope.
Well, I'll get to the bottom of it, but for now, here are my gaming picks of the week. And firstly, we have some excellent robots to share. Boston Dynamics recently showed off this impressive specimen called Atlas. Not to be confused with the adorable Portal robot of the same name, it can walk on uneven terrain, stack boxes on shelves, and even deal with the office bully. Just walk away, robot. You know you're better than that. And then there was this, known as Tomaton. He's a robot specifically designed to feed marathon runners tomatoes. Ha! Robots, they can even solve problems we never knew we had. And now, movie news. We've had a tiny update on the upcoming Minecraft movie. The film's producer has said they're currently writing the script and coming up with the visual design of the film, and apparently it will be set in a multiverse where real-life people can enter into the world of Minecraft. It kind of worked with the Lego movie, so I'm all up for it. Next up, the animators over at Dark Pixel, who you may remember brought us Star Kart the other week, have once again mashed up Mario, but this time with reality. The short film features a real-life Mario and Luigi collecting coins and stomping on Goombas with some impressive parkour skills. And finally, 12-year-old spawnling Declan sent in this awesome drawing of the latest Plants vs. Zombies game, Garden Warfare 2, a game we reviewed a few weeks ago, and Bajo and Hex liked it so much they gave it double 4s. Well, Declan, I like your drawing so much, I'm giving it double 5s. Remember, if you have something you've created in the Gameverse, a screenshot, an artwork, or even a short movie, send it in via our website here. And with some luck, it might make it on to Goose's Gaming Picks. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Goose. Screencheat is a new multiplayer game where you play together with friends around the same TV.
Yeah, so each player has their own portion of the screen to focus on.
But you have to keep an eye on the rest of the screen to see where everyone else is and what they're doing.
That's right, Darren. It's just like those old-school Mario Kart battle games back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I think the only way for us to review Screencheat is to go and have a 4-player match.
Let's go!
Should we go?
Affirmative.
Okay, guys, I've got it all set up on the Xbox. Let's give it a go.
All right. So, how does this work exactly?
Okay, so it's a first-person shooter, so we're all competing against each other, but the trick is, we're all invisible.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. How do we know where anyone is?
Ah, that's where the screen cheating comes in. We actually have to look at each other's screens to work out where on the level we are.
This is madness.
Mad enough to work.
All right, let's play.
Oh,
Oh, it's crazy up in here.
This is madness.
It's really hard to focus on everyone else's screen when I'm trying to just focus on where I'm going,
it's confusing.
let
isn't it?
alone trying to see where other people are.
The color coding helps though, because I can see right now that there's like 3 of us in the blue area, so I'm just gonna start firing wildly and hope that I get one of yous.
Oh, hang on, there we go. Okay, you can see when someone attacks with their weapon. So if you don't attack, you're invisible.
Viva Pinata.
Swing your weapon. Swing your weapon, I can see you
Don't
then.
beat him, joy.
Wait, I might be with you. Ah!
Ah! No!
Yes!
All right, I'm gonna go hobby horse.
So I guess you've got really 2 options, right? You can play the stealth game where you're not attacking anyone and you're waiting to see other people fight.
Yeah.
Or you can just shoot randomly and hope for luck. And I'm not sure which one is better.
I go for the random option.
Yeah, it's more fun.
But so much of the game's appeal comes from 4 people sitting on the couch at the same time, all playing the same game, looking at the screen. I mean, this sort of split-screen gaming, you don't see it that much these days.
That's
No,
true.
it's pretty rare.
Got
pretty
you,
rare.
Bajo.
It's very 90s. Very 90s.
20 seconds to win.
Ooh, 20 seconds to
20
go.
seconds to win.
Where's that
What
pinata?
It's my secret weapon.
What I really like about split screen gaming is you can go like this.
That's not fair.
And then
That's a different kind of cheating.
It's in the name of the game. You're supposed to cheat.
it didn't help me.
I like
Oh, I
this.
got myself.
Who won? Who had the pinata?
It was me.
Darren wins.
Good
I
job,
win.
Darren. Nice win.
So what did you think, guys?
Well, it's a clever idea for a game, isn't it? You know, it's more about observation than aiming, so not really twitch reflexes. Also, it's great to play a game on the couch with friends.
So what happens if you can't get enough friends together to play?
Well, the game does have a mode against AI bots, so you can practice on your own. Oh, plus there's online play too.
Well, that's pretty cool, I guess, but I think the only way I'd really want to play this game is this way, though, on the couch with friends, because it's just so much more fun. What are you going to give it, Bajo?
Well, this is good, hectic multiplayer fun. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I'm going to give it 3.5 as well.
All right, guys, I think it's time for a new strategy, sirs, with Darren and I. Roll the tape, Kerry. Kerry?
Oh, Goose. Kerry has ascended. He's off conquering another galaxy. We have a new leader now. Roll the tape. Lee. Ah, Goose. You know how when you were younger, you were told that you should never cut corners?
Ah, indeed. You should always do things properly and with care. Otherwise, the boogeyman will get you.
Well, I
You
was
need
thinking...
to remember to eat your vegetables and your crusts.
Yes, well, I was thinking...
Make your bed, dry the dishes, in bed by 9.
All great advice, Goose. But I've been doing some strategic thinking, and I believe that cutting corners, particularly in games like Mario Kart 8, is a great way to improve your time. Let's take a look at some of my favorite shortcuts in Mario Kart 8 that will help you improve your time in time trials and your placing in versus matches.
I will point out, sir, some of these shortcuts and corners you should only take when in possession of a mushroom. Otherwise, that rough, unsealed path will slow you down, adding to your time rather than shaving it.
Indeed, Goose. Good, solid thinking. In Thwomp Ruins, just after the finish line, use a mushroom, take a hard left across the grass, thus eliminating an entire corner from the race. Then, further ahead, just after the Thwomps, veer off-road onto the freestanding stone ramp to both cut a corner and get a boost. When in Toad Harbor, as you head towards the finish line, always cut through the grass on the last corner. And if you still have a mushroom left, cut through the grass after the finish line as well, just behind the box.
Ha! I went through the box!
Top draw, Goose. With a mushroom, it doesn't even slow you down.
Where to next, Darren?
Twisted Mansion! After the anti-gravity carpet walls, if you make a hard left, you can cut through a passageway to avoid that long, looping corner.
If you want to make a final dash to come from behind, the large section of grass just before the finish line is a good chance to use a mushroom and stage a valiant comeback.
Good show, Goose. They won't be expecting that. To the Star Cup now, and coming down Mount Wario, there are a couple of shortcuts I always make sure to take. Just after the Wario Dam, you'll come across a fork in the road.
But whichever way do we go, Darren? Left or right?
Straight through the middle. Using a mushroom to cut across the thicker snow, you'll find a shortcut and a jump, which will cut out a good section of the map.
Bravo, Darren, bravo!
And finally, to Rainbow Road. Using a mushroom, cut through the center of the revolving platforms. Then, when coming out of the big jump, be sure to glide down onto the blue road. Then, once you drive past the barricade, continue driving right off the track. It's a leap of faith that will pay off in precious seconds.
Devious. But be warned, using mushrooms on Rainbow Road can be a recipe for disaster if you're not careful. Observe.
But of course, there are many more opportunities to cut corners on each map that I'm sure you'll be able to find for yourself.
Indeed.
What are you eating, Goose? It looks...
I'm eating my vegetables.
Excellent, Goose. Make it big and strong. Good thinking food.
Good food for strategies. Darren, what strategy should I use to get rid of this food so I don't have to eat it?
Very good.
No, it's terrible.
Goose, you don't want me to cut back the chocolate ration again, do you?
Oh, no, sir.
Eat up.
Okay, let's start things off with this from Princess of Minecraft in Minecraft World, New South Wales. So in Minecraft, you can make fireworks, but how do you make gradient banners? Do these.
Well, we can definitely help you out with that, Your Crafty Highness. So firstly, a banner is crafted by combining a stick with 6 pieces of wool like so.
Then to make a gradient, just apply the color dye you want, like this, to make the gradient from top down, or like this, from the bottom up.
And just for a few extra banner tips, you can also apply various patterns by combining items like bricks, vines, creeper heads, wither skulls, daisies, and apples for various effects.
And since the recent 1.9 combat update came out, you can even apply that banner's pattern to a shield if you'd like.
Speaking of the 1.9 update, though, it's pretty great, especially that you can now put stuff in both hands, so you can rock a sword and a shield or dual-wield swords.
Yeah, and it's super handy for mining as well, since you can put torches in your other hand and keep mining without having to constantly switch.
Oh, so good. And I heard there's these new things called elytra, which are basically wings that allow you to fly. How cool's is that?
Well, that sounds awesome, but how do you get them?
Well, I don't know, but Darren's been playing a bit. Let me ask him. It's ringing.
Hello.
Hey, Darren, how's it going?
Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Oh, we were just wondering if you knew how to get the new elytra in Minecraft.
Oh, well, they're quite hard to get, actually. First, you have to get to the end. Then defeat the Ender Dragon and hope the End Gateway portal that spawns takes you to one of the rare End cities. And then hope it has an even rarer End ship. But if you can find an End ship, then you'll find an elytra in there.
Right, so what you're saying is they're quite rare then?
Oh, affirmative. And it's also worth mentioning that they degenerate when you use them. So you only get about 7 minutes flying time with them, unless you enchant them with unbreaking. But you can repair them at an anvil with leather.
Oh, well, thanks for that, Darren. I'm sure lots of spawnlings will be wanting to get their hands on those sweet elytras.
Oh, they are great. Almost as good as my rocket boots. But I'll see you two back in the studio.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, let's move on to this one from King of Penguins, who is in Perth, Western Australia.
Hey, GGSP, I have a few questions for you. If you do not answer, I'll release my penguin army on you. 1. What are some good city creator games for Xbox One? 2. Is War Thunder worth getting on my computer? 3. What sandbox game do you recommend for Xbox One excluding Minecraft and Terraria?
Well, King of Penguins, sadly, city builders on consoles are actually quite rare, and I don't think there are any out at the moment, at least not that I know of.
But there is good news. Cities Skylines has been confirmed to be coming out for Xbox One, although they haven't said when it will come out, but it should be sometime this year.
Oh, also, Tropico 5 is due out for Xbox One later this year too, and I mean, I'd say those are two of the best city builders out there, so that's pretty good.
I agree. So while there aren't any current city builders out now, you have two good options coming fairly soon.
As for if War Thunder is worth getting, well, it's free and it's a pretty great flight sim, so you don't get much better value than free and pretty great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. As for sandbox games we'd recommend, well, if you like space, then Elite Dangerous is a great spacey sandbox to fly around in.
Or if you like cars, then Forza Horizon 2 is a great dirty sandbox to drive around in.
Yeah, that game is sick. Other than that, since you clearly enjoy builders, you might like to check out the Viva Pinata games. They're a mix of city builder with Pokemon, except the city's a garden and the Pokemon are pinatas.
Yes, it's worth noting though that those are Xbox 360 games, but you can play them using backwards compatibility. So, let's move on now to this one from Super Amazing Toasted Cheese Sandwich Man Returns, who's in Cheeseopolis in Victoria. Well, that place sounds super cheesy.
I love cheese.
Me too.
I want to go there and meet Super Cheese Man.
Hey, GGSP. After 3 years since you guys answered my question, I still love your show. Now, I was wondering if a new Pokemon game is coming out, and if that's true, can you show us the trailer? Thanks. And cheese out.
Well, Cheese Sandwich Man, yes, that is absolutely true. Nintendo officially announced Pokemon Sun and Moon recently, and it's due to come out late this year.
Sadly, they didn't really show much. It was mostly just a few shots of developers and concept art, but we'll show you everything that they've shown so far.
Roll the tape, Lee!
It all comes together in an all-new Pokemon adventure.
So what you just saw is all anyone knows about it for now. But looking through it for clues, it looks like there might be a car we can drive around and beep beep.
Well, we'll be sure to keep you all updated on it as we find out more. But for now, let's move on to this one from Drex Beddington, the 8th, was in Honeycomb Town in Queensland.
I'll be fancy. Hello, DGSP. Charmed to meet your acquaintance. I, Drex Barrington, never mind my name. I require some answers for 2 questions. 1, any juicy news about the Yo-Kai project? So could you please give us an clue if it will be an actual game, successor to Banjo-Kazooie? 2, how come you haven't reviewed Yo-Kai Watch? Thank you for your time. Loving the fresh new look, by the way. Ta-ta and pip-pip from Drex Bellington. I forgot which number.
Well, Drex Barrington, let's answer your second question first. And obviously, we are reviewing Yo-Kai Watch in this episode, but it just took us a little while to fit it into our review schedule.
As for your first question, I don't know if we have any juicy news, but we can tell you all we know. So it's not an actual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, but it is a spiritual successor.
Yes, a lot of the people who worked on the original Banjo-Kazooie games are involved. So they've got the guys who made the levels, the characters and music, plus a lot of the other developers who worked on Banjo-Kazooie all working on the game. So it's definitely going to have all of their style over it.
Yeah, I can't wait. And much like Banjo-Kazooie, you'll have 2 characters combined into one, with Yuka, the sensible chameleon, and Laylee, the crazy bat. And you'll take them through worlds collecting pages to unlock other worlds.
Oh, there's also apparently going to be an arcade game in each world hosted by a retro T-Rex called Rextro64.
Oh, that's an awesome name. Other than that, we know there's going to be a cooperative multiplayer mode and online versus too. And it's due out pretty much on all consoles in October. But that's most of what we know about it for now.
Although we'll try to keep you updated if any juicy news arrives. On that note, though, I think we're actually out of time for this week, but if you'd like to ask us something, then you can go here and send it in.
So heck, shall we go back to studio? Yes.
I can't stop thinking about that cupcake this morning. It was delicious, wasn't it?
Yo-Kai Watch is a role-playing adventure game released in Japan in 2013, but it's finally got an English release, so we're excited to check it out.
If you've ever played Pokemon, Yo-Kai Watch will feel very familiar. You'll find yokai, befriend, and battle them. But while this initially looks like a Pokemon clone, it's much more accurate to call it an evolution of the Pokemon formula. Evolution? Get it? Because yokai and Pokemon evolve?
Good one, Darren. But you're right about it being the next step for the genre. The combat is active and multi-layered, but you can enjoy it at whatever depth you choose. In fact, you don't even have to do anything during a fight. The game will automatically resolve it. But there are a number of mini-games that you can complete to use your Yo-Kai's soul-timid ability to do extra damage or enact a buff or debuff known as an in-spirit.
The mini-games are fun too. While they're not very difficult, they're short and varied enough to remain entertaining.
Affirmative. You can also use items during battles to either refresh your yokai or try to make enemy yokai like you. This encourages them to hand over their medal, which then lets you call upon that yokai to assist you.
I really liked how you made friends with the yokai. It makes you feel like the yokai are independent beings who are going on a journey with you, rather than, creatures you're capturing against their will.
Yeah, it reflects a warmth and charm that's woven throughout the game. The world is populated with friendly citizens, and the yokai are full of personality. I really liked the way that they said their own names. It felt like I was getting an insight to who they really are.
Cough, cough.
Yes, and it's all wonderfully weird, isn't it? For example, this boss fight has two grandpas in towels dancing on the side. The dialogue is also really quippy and self-aware, which is great for older spawnlings too. I just think there's a really nice balance to this game, which makes it seem really well thought out.
Oh, the game is almost as polished as me. Oh, there's nicely animated cutscenes.
What? Who said that?
Voice acting is rich and personable, which makes the game feel expansive very early on.
Come on out, my friend. Do your thing.
Summoning Charming!
This is also a wonderful example of drip-feeding mechanics in the right way. You never feel hampered or confused, which is a really delicate balance.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in this game. Like these Terror Time sections, where you have to run away from Oni and his minions and find the exit before being caught.
All these mini-games and mechanics keep the game feeling fresh, and the game plays out episodically with little story quests that neatly wrap up. I really liked this because it gives a great sense of direction and progression and solves some of that grindiness that, to be honest, I think Pokemon kind of suffers from.
There's also side quests and favors spread throughout the game and wild yokai to battle. I liked having a few different ways to level up my yokai, though I always found the story missions most interesting. My one complaint, however, is that you can't seem to set side quest waypoints. This was a bit annoying because it can be really hard to tell where you're going. And the game is pretty big.
Yeah, there are a lot of areas to explore. Haunted puzzle mansions, forests, towns, and there are a lot of bosses to fight too. And these are always a nice surprise and feel rather different to the normal battles.
They're tough, aren't they? And I could feel the tension of a difficult battle, often only winning by the skin of my teeth.
What did you think overall, Bajo?
Well, this has been wildly successful in Japan with numerous anime, manga, and games already being released, and I can see why. This is a delight. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Yeah, I loved every bit of this. It was always fun and it kept me on my toes the entire time. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 rubber chickens. Alright, well, we're almost at the end of the show, so Darren, how about you give us the answer to your challenge?
Oh, I'm more than happy to do that, X. At the start of the show, I asked you this. In A Boy and His Blob, what does the boy feed the blob to make it transform? And the answer is... jelly beans!
Ah, jelly beans are so delicious, except for the licorice ones.
Oh, yeah, I hate licorice. Ew.
Why do they even make that flavour?
Well, I don't know. Next week on the show, we review a game with a bit of a Minecraft feel to it. It's Scrap Mechanic.
Say, Darren, do you often go to the mechanic like how humans go to the dentist?
Oh, negative, Bajo. I do all my own repairs. Check out my grill.
Pretty sick grill, actually, Darren.
All right, Spawnlings, until next time, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
Bajo out.
Darren out.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna miss Carrie.
Yeah, but Darren, who is this Lee person?
Oh, she's the new supreme leader of the ABC. All will be revealed soon enough.